I'm Jo, welcome to my YouTube channel of The Calm Mama and Baby. I'm a postpartum doula, mum wellbeing coach and a baby massage instructor. This is George and he is 6 months old. Now today I wanted to do a review because I recently bought myself a Myhummy and I've also got a Ewan The Sheep. And in my line of work, these products get talked about a lot. Sleep being really important to us mums. As a mum of 3, it's vital for me. So I thought it'd be really helpful if I could share my reviews. So I'm going to start. White noise is always awesome for babies, especially for newborns. And I was using my phone just for kind of YouTubing white noise when he was first born. Then he started, it was like autumn time, late summer, autumn, and he would sleep really well in the pram outside because we live near a road and he would hear the shoo, shoo, shoo of the cars going by and he was sleeping for hours. And I was like, this is amazing. And so it started to get colder. With lockdown, the boys were home and I noticed the house was really noisy and George just wasn't sleeping as well. Whether it be in his cot or his pram, and so I thought maybe it's time I looked into getting myself a white noise machine. And I had a look on the market, and there is quite a few out there, but there was 2 that really stood out for me. That was Ewan The Sheep and Myhummy. And again, these products have been talked about in my classes before, so I thought, well, before I invest the big bucks, because they're not cheap, I would get second-hand Ewan The Sheep. And this is Ewan, which we actually call Sean. And as you can see, he's a bit worn. He's great, he's cuddly. He has a lovely light that comes on, lovely red warm light, which I imagine is really comforting if you've got an older child. Can I put it on? I find it a bit strange to use. I never quite know what foot does what, and I think if you get a bit familiar with it, maybe that will come. I don't know how to switch it on or off. Now there's a few downsides. I think he's about £40, so it's not extortionate, but it's still quite a bit. And this doesn't come out, so it's stuck like that. So you can't wash him, which I think with a baby is completely useless. You can change some of the settings. You've got your loud and quieter, you've got your try me, so the noise will come on for like 5 minutes and then switch off, or you want it on for longer, so you can use that, and your light on and off. He was great to start with, but then Ewan was switching off after 20 minutes, half an hour, and doesn't come back on again. I think the newer ones do have a sleep sensor, and they possibly do go on for longer. This is an older one. But to me that was just useless because the sound would switch off and the boys running around would wake him up. And I just didn't like this. I just didn't like not being able to wash it. It just seems impractical. Again, maybe the newer ones have got it. But it does have this, which you can hang on the pram or on the cot, which is really useful because obviously you don't want to put this in your newborn baby's cot. Maybe for an older child if they're cuddling it, but for a newborn baby you don't want to. So I got familiar with this, and the white noise was working really well. My mum had mentioned when I was pregnant about Myhummy, and I had a look at the prices, and the Stars price was £50. And I did think that was a lot for something that I didn't know was going to work or not, so I told her not to bother. But we actually got money for him for Christmas, so I thought, hey, let's get one. Now we know the white noise works, let's try it. Now, they do several different things, Myhummy, and Myhummy was actually made by mum. I think possibly Ewan was. But she started it because she noticed her baby was sleeping well with the higher hairdryer on, and so she developed her own noise machine. So they do different ones. They do like bears or different shaped cuddly bears, and I opted for this one because I thought it's a cuddly we can take with us. And it just seems a lot more snuggly. I can put this dummy on. This was £69, I think, and I opted for the Bluetooth version, and I'm really pleased I did. So I'll go into that in a minute. And I just thought this was really great because I can stuff this down my top. He's got the centre of me. And we know transitional objects are really good, you know, if you're going back to work or baby's going to the grandparents, you know, they've got that smell of you and it's a bit of security and a bit of attachment. Now, firstly, the first thing that sold it for me, this comes out, which makes so much more sense. So I can wash this, or you don't want to put this in a baby's cot. You can just put this in the baby's cot at the bottom, take it out, take it with you. It's just so much better. And I believe they actually sell like the little, like a little smaller heart pouch that you can put it in, so you can hang it up or put it on the side of the cot. And it actually came with like a free teether thing, which we've now lost. And so that can hang up on the cot as well, or you can hang it on the pram. For £69, they come in pink, blue and grey. And they did personalise it, which I thought was a really lovely touch, you know, because it becomes a bit of a keepsake as well. I'm easily sold with things like that. The downside, if you don't get the Bluetooth, is I don't really understand, but maybe it's just me, on how to use it with the button. Like, you press the button and I can never quite work how to switch it on, how to switch it off, how to change the sound. To me, I just don't get it. But someone with more patience, willing to learn, you know, fab. And I think without the Bluetooth, it's about £20 cheaper. So it depends on your budget. But I've got the app, so you put the Bluetooth app on your phone and you control everything by the app. So push your little heart here and I can switch it off. It has all these different sounds, so there's 5 different sounds. You've got your white noise, your heartbeat, which George really sleeps well with, your pink noise, kind of your more waving of noise, and the other one sounds a bit more raindrops. You can change the volume, which I think makes total sense. You know, if he's in a really noisy house, I'll turn it right up. If it's just him and I'll have it quieter. You've got how long you want it for. I mean, this is fantastic. It's everything you really want in a kind of noise machine. You can have it non-stop for 12 hours, or you can just have it on for the hour. I tend to leave the timer off, and he'll just use it at nap time, so we don't really use it at night, just because we co-sleep and I find the noise really annoying. What else? And then, so you can have the sleep sensor, so it'll automatically, you can have it on for like an hour whilst they get into that deep sleep. And then the sleep sensor will come back on when they wake up. And the nanny mode, so it will tell you when your baby's moving. Alarm will go off. And you can actually put a tune on, change your tune for when you want it to alert you the baby's moving, the vibration and the sensitivity, whether, you know, change it on how much you want them to move. Now this is really lovely, I think, especially for first time mums, and you become, you know, a bit more worried about, you do the check if the baby's breathing, and to have this, I think it's really reassuring. I mean, the downsides would be this button, but again, that's just me not having the patience to use it, and probably the price. It is quite a big investment. At £69. But I have to say, if I had the option of would I spend that again, I think I probably would. I really am enjoying it. It's become a bit of a sleep association for him, which I guess is a good and a bad thing. Because he knows come nap time, I'll put him down, put the noise machine dummy, you know, rock him. I used it, he was going to sleep with it, we had it cuddled up before in a sling. And just being able to take it, it's so versatile, being able to take it out and about, whereas you know, you're kind of carrying this great big thing around with you. So I do love it. Go have a look at Myhummy. I'm not at all paid by them. This is purely a mum review, to help other mums on deciding whether to invest in one or not. But yeah, there's great, and I think the different price sets, you know, you can buy just a head like this and just pop your thing in it. If you want a smaller one, go have a look at their website. And in fact, mine did take a while to turn up with everything, the current corona situation, and their customer services was really excellent, and they sent me another one. So yeah, if you've got any trouble, the customer services was on board, especially as it was over Christmas and they were still replying to me. So I was really impressed by that. Anyway, I hope this has helped. Go follow me on Instagram at the Calm Mama and Baby. I'll be doing lots of these because I know other mums find them helpful. And I also will be running lots of massage courses online and some mum wellbeing workshops. So go have a look. And I hope this has helped. Comment below, subscribe, and I hope it keeps your baby and your sanity nice and calm.